Welcome to my unboxing of the Sony FDR AXP33. Now this is also available as a non-P version, which is called the AX33. The P stands for projector because Sony has built in again here a projector inside the display, which means that we can also check out what we shot on the camera right away on just the wall or anywhere you want. And also this is a quite interesting solution for this. You can also choose an external source like your notebook or anything else that has an HDMI port and just plug it in and play your movie from your notebook also right away here on the projector, which is really quite amazing. Now again, why I bought this is actually not that. I bought it because of the 4K resolution and also the amazing optical image stabilizer that's inside here. We will show it to you later, that it really moves with the head or the lens on the front moves with your movement of your hand, so shaking should be perfectly balanced. And also it has a brand new here XAVCS codec inside, which means that the 4K content will be a little bit smaller and easier to upload for us here on the Computex probably when we shoot some content. Otherwise you can see nothing special in here, and also here on the side it says a little bit of the features I already told you, but there's for example also one feature that you can take up to 5 of these cameras or 5 similar Sony cameras that have the feature to Wi-Fi talk to each other, so you can choose 5 cameras, connect them to each other, and then you can set up a system where you can just choose from which angle you want to see a movie or want to cut the movie, and this is quite easy doing it with this one. There's also a few other features built in that we will try out later and talk to you guys about after probably here the Computex for which one we bought this to test. And also you have here a few tech specs, for example that we have 20.6 megapixels if you want to shoot still photos. You can zoom up to 15 times in 4K, which is again quite awesome. And so on and so on. For example, also slow motion videos recording with 720p are available with up to 120 frames per second, but that's also available, for example, with an iPhone or a few other smartphones already, so that's not so special. Also 4K, you could say it's also not so special because smartphones can do it also, but only 5-6 minutes, and here you have a battery life inside for 2.5 hours, and there's also battery available with up to 3 hours in online stores. So the first thing you will get when you open up the box is a little bit of a Bible, you could say. Here in Europe we have a lot of languages, as you can see, so Sony has to pack a lot of languages here inside the box for manuals and warranty guides, and yeah, again here just a quick start guides here in more than 10 languages. Let's put this to the side. Let's see what's in the box. We have here of course the charging cable, which is quite interesting, or adapter, because they have the standard double pole here adapter, and this is what goes into the camera. Now again, your bad thing with the AXP33, you can only charge a battery inside the camera. There's no external charger. You have to use this to charge your device. Also HDMI, micro HDMI cable, I told you why. You can take out the content or put the content into the beamer, then you need definitely this cable. Then we have here the power strip or cord, of course, the second part for this adapter to charge the device. Now I love this because you can see here this is the European end, but I can just take this cable, which is available for €2 also as an American version, and take it with me as a US version for Asia, for example, or the US, or for the UK, of course, that counterpart for really not that much money. Now again here USB cable that just is an extension cable. I'll tell you in a second why. Then we have here the battery, essential part of the box, also quite expensive part. It's around 70 to 100 bucks to buy a new one. The NPFV70 has 14 watt hours and yeah, should last you, as I said, 135 minutes when we believe Sony. But I guess it's probably not in 4K recording, so we'll actually really try it out. And the Computex, now this is already it from the content. Here the last thing is the camera. Now the camera, let's see, where do we start? Let's just start here from the outside. You can see that we have here a big 4K sign, also here the projector. It says it has a little bit of advertisement text here. Then photo button, zoom button. We can also connect, for example, an external microphone if you want, or anything else here on the top. Should be quite easy, but there's also 5.1 audio recording here built in on the top part. Now this feels a little bit clumsy and cheap, but a few things here feel a little bit cheap and that they could break quite easily even though it cost $1,000, but I guess Sony has to earn money somewhere. Then we have here an optical image viewer, which is of course with a display inside. You can pull this out and also here adjust it for your eye strength if you are somebody that needs glasses. Here on the back, of course, this is where the battery goes, but also here is where you can charge the device here behind this little flap. Again here, this is one part that probably will break after half a year or a year because it just feels quite tiny, and if you really need to put in a battery each time or have to have the battery in each time you want to charge it, this is the part where it probably will break. Now also red button here for recording, quite important, and then here on the top there's also the possibility on the other side, I'm sorry guys, yeah, there's also the possibility to just connect your smartphone here for interacting with the camera also as your remote, because there's no remote inside as you're able to see, and also quite important, a microphone, headset and multi-port for connecting it to all the TVs probably. This is what that is for. And also there's the strap for your hand, and also there's a USB cable here, which is not for charging your, or actually it says even charge, interestingly. So this is actually for data transfer. It says charge here. I tried it with a 1.8 amp battery, it didn't charge the camera, but it says here charge, so I will try it out again. And now this is again the place where you could use your extension cable for USB, because this cable is quite short, and if you just want to transfer your files, a little bit of a stronger cable, longer cable could be handy. Now you can stow this away here and it won't bother you at all, and yeah, quite nice feature that Sony has built in. And there, now here in the front it says again 15 times zoom, actually it's only 10 times. If you check it out here, optical zoom, there everything else is digital, but you have here also manual rotator here on the front, because you can just hit the manual button and then you can really play around a little bit with here the manual focus, which I could do right now also, because I think the flowers in the background are in focus, not me, so I could just change it right here, for example, with this manual thingy on the front. Now the important part comes up where we just open up here this little thingy. It turns on, as you can see, the lens is open, and it asks me which language I should use. And now you can see that the lens, when I move the camera, is moving a little bit with, and this is really just quite amazing how the lens in the front just tries to do that. Then here on the side we have a few buttons, for example, that you can switch right away the projector on. We can also here put in an SD card. There's no memory inside, so you definitely need to buy an SD card also here. 64 gigs are available for a few bucks. And here on the bottom, again, micro HDMI in and out. Really awesome. You don't have to buy a projector anymore on the go, or a mini projector. And now if I just select here English, probably it will ask me also what date it is exactly. But the display really looks amazing, and the resolution looks quite good. To check out our 4K content also here on the display. Now before we finish up with this short little unboxing video, I want to also show you guys a little bit of a comparison to a full HD competitor I bought last year for 400 bucks. It also does streaming exactly the same way as Sony does. Full HD only, but it's a little bit smaller, grip here, and has similar features here by Panasonic. Just want to show you a little bit of a size comparison. So that's already it from the Sony AXP33. Thank you much for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Balazs, and until next time, peace out again.